Hello everybody, my name is Elliot and I'm from hahagarden.com. Today we're going to talk about the umbrella plant, Schefflera. Now, this is another household plant, which means there are a lot of names. This goes by the octopus tree, dwarf umbrella tree, and parasol plant. But do not get this mixed up with cyperus, which is a different umbrella plant altogether. This one is the variegated Schefflera arboricola. The Schefflera is a very hardy plant and it can also grow really fast, especially in the outdoors where it can grow up to 3 feet per year, right? So this big guy is like, when we first got him, he was about this tall, right? And after 9 months, he grew to this big. So they grow extremely fast when they're outdoors and you change their pot to be very big. However, indoors they'll grow slower, especially if you especially when you grow them in smaller pots. Indoors, the Schefflera plant can grow up to 4 to 15 feet tall and 3 to 6 feet wide. However, in outdoors, it can grow up to 50 feet tall. That is pretty tall, especially outside. Now, the Schefflera plant likes bright indirect sunlight, and this is actually the mother plant to this guy. We cut the mother plant because it was getting laggy and less vibrant in color, right? So we cut it, and you can see we cut it. Where did we cut it? We cut it like here. Yeah, we cut it here. You can see we cut it here, and basically we took that cutting and cut it again. So this one is the top part, and this one is the bottom part. Right, so this one goes on top of this one, and then you'll be connected, right? But anyways, like I said earlier, we cut it because it's getting laggy and less vibrant color. However, when we moved this guy, we moved the mother plant to outdoors, and it got a lot more vibrant. Okay, so you can see these two leaves are both green, but this one's so much darker, and this one's so much lighter. So the more indirect bright light you can give it, the more vibrant color. However, I need to important note, it needs to be bright indirect light, right? If it's direct light, then it can actually cause the leaves to burn, right? So make sure it is bright indirect light. Okay, anyways, the Schefflera plant likes moderately moist and rich soil. So there's that. And the whole Schefflera plant is toxic. If you cut the leaves, there will be sap, and the sap can cause mild skin irritation, and if it gets into your mouth, then it can cause digestive irritation. So make sure you're wearing gloves whenever you're walking around the Schefflera plant, whether it's pruning it or replanting it in a different pot. If a Schefflera plant is droopy or leggy, then it may be because it's not getting enough sunlight. So try to move it into a brighter location and see if that helps. Now, you should prune your Schefflera because it can make it fuller, and you can also shape it. And if you're going to prune your Schefflera, make sure you use clean and sharp scissors, and you don't trim off more than 30% of your Schefflera. Make sure you don't cut off more than 30% of your Schefflera because it can cause it to go into shock and it can kill it. Just like other household plants, make sure you get a damp cloth and wipe down the leaves of the Schefflera plant because it can accumulate dust and you need to wipe that down. If it's outdoors, then you don't need to worry about that. Anyways, the Schefflera plant is actually one of the best air purifying plants in the world, and NASA actually tested it and others as well for their ability to create oxygen and to filter out common toxins from adhesives, carpets, foams, plastics, and more including the toxins released by cigarette. And NASA actually recommends having 15 to 18 air purifying plants for every 1,800 square feet of your house. Time to talk about propagation. Whoa, okay. So first we're gonna choose a stem that has more than 2 nodes and leaves, and we're going to cut it. Just chop. And for soil propagation, remember to remove the first 2 leaves for both water and soil propagation. But for soil propagation, you can put rooting powder. So basically you make a hole in the soil, dip the stem in rooting powder, and put it into the soil and cover it. Now, I forgot to say this, but when we're talking about leaves for this plant, we're not talking about the individual leaves, we're talking about the whole branch. So when I say make sure you cut the first few leaves, I'm talking about this whole branch, not the few leaves here. Okay. Now for water propagation, you don't need to put rooting powder. You can just put it into water. Like I said earlier, make sure you get rid of the first few leaves and make sure the leaves are not touching the water. Anyways, so you put it into the water and make sure you remember to change the water quite frequently. And and for this plant, you actually need to put it in bright indirect sunlight instead of inside direct sunlight for it to root, which will take 6 to 8 weeks. So it takes a long time for it to grow roots, but once it does grow roots, it will grow really fast. Like I said, this is only 9 months. 9 months. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you found it informative and I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.